Man, Frank Grillo today here in the hot seat. Frank's back in town with us in Atlanta, Georgia. Back filming third season
Tulsa
of
King.
Tulsa King, man.
Yeah.
Have you not watched Tulsa King? You guys are missing it with Stallone.
That's right.
And Frank and
A whole bunch of Annabella Sciorra and this year's Robert Patrick is on the show, and it's on Paramount Plus.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about Tulsa King, what makes Tulsa King what it is, what your, don't go too far, but what makes your role the role on Tulsa King?
Well, for me, Tulsa King is about one thing. It's about Sylvester Stallone, right?
Okay.
And everything rolls down from there. And so for me, it's my role on Tulsa King is about coming on and pulling the best parts of what Stallone is out of Stallone.
Right, nice. And Frank, how long you been acting now?
Oh my God, I'm so old. Probably about 37 years.
37 years in the business.
Yeah.
37
from the
years.
Soaps to the sitcoms to commercials to sitting here with you, Coach.
Man, okay. So I'm going to ask, because we don't get a chance to get behind the stage door with our acting friends, and we have our favorite roles that you guys play in. I adore the guy, man, for playing Leo.
Oh yeah,
in The Purge. That's my favorite role he's played in, and some others. But if you could name your top 2 or 3 roles that you played in that are the most endearing to you, who were those characters and what shows and movies were those?
Oh, the first one would be Alvy Kalina from Kingdom. That was a great experience because it was a full-blown 4 seasons of getting to explore who basically was me, the darker side of me anyway. And then I think I loved playing Frank Campagna, who's the coach. It was a secondary role, but it was really, I loved doing it. And Warrior, the film Warrior.
Yes. MMA movie.
And I love Leo Barnes from The Purge. And, I still am holding hope out for the 6th and final Purge, which hopefully at some point before I get too old, we'll be able to make.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we could probably stop this right here because you heard it from the man himself. There is a possible another Purge coming out with Frank returning back, to it. So we would love to have that. But I also became familiar with you pre-COVID because you had this series on Netflix right as Netflix was becoming Netflix, and it was called The Fight Series.
Fight World.
Fight World.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen this and you're a fan of combat sports, tell me a little bit about what Fight World was and how was that experience traveling from country to country and looking at different fight cultures. And what was that like for you?
That was a dream come true. It was an idea that I came up with and pitched to Netflix, and they bought it.